right, this is the Wrestling Doctor from Pro Wrestling CSI and Pro Wrestling Extra. We're sitting here tonight. We're at Evolve 27 tonight in Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm sitting here with one of the biggest stars in Evolve and any other place that he happens to want to work. This is Uhaa Nation, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And
how's it going?
Thank you for being here.
No problem.
Nice to meet you.
You too, brother.
I always like to start off the interview by asking a simple question.
Right.
How did you get started in wrestling?
It's something that I watched as a young kid. Of course, I don't have the same cliche stories. I wanted to do it since I was a little kid. But just watching, I think the first match I ever saw was like Undertaker versus Ultimate Warrior. My dad was a real big wrestling fan. He still is back then, and I used to watch him watch it, and I just, started getting into it. I looked up to those guys like they were like gods to me. They were like big and powerful, and I just admired them so much. So when I got to, I think by 10th grade, I really decided to make that decision that I actually wanted to start training. I told myself I was going to go to college and finish, and then start training after college. But things didn't work out in college, so I decided.
Were you in other sports in high school?
Yeah,
you played football,
I
wrestled?
Right, I actually wrestled, played football, ran track, and played soccer. I played soccer growing up as a little kid. And a lot of people don't believe that these days, but I actually did play soccer as a little kid.
You work with the ball, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Work it upfield.
My skills ain't all that great anymore, but at one time they were, though.
Okay, you got a chance to go to college?
Yeah, I did. I went to college. I went to Auburn University, actually. And,
I'm an Alabama fan, but that's
man,
okay. I was cheering for Auburn.
Okay, that's good. That works out. It's Alabama. As long as it's Alabama, we're all good.
There you go.
Yeah, but it didn't work out too well. So I just school really, it was just something I wasn't putting all my focus into. And I decided to start wrestling. And I found a school in Atlanta, where I'm from, WWA 4, with Total Protection, Mr. Hughes. And since then I've just been, I guess you can say the rest is history after that.
Okay, what year was that you were with, was it WWA
4.
WWA 4.
Yeah, I started in 2009 training. The same year I had my first match, and about 2 years later, in 2011, I did a trial with DGUSA, and from then everything just kind of took off.
So you've been in the business about five and a half years?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years, something like that. So
you've really come a long way in a short time.
Definitely. I'm trying. I got like the greatest people to learn from, so that's one thing that helps out too.
That definitely. Now you talk about learning.
Right.
Now when you came into business, you went and training. What was the biggest thing that was a surprise to you when you actually started training?
That this stuff is a lot harder than it looks. Before I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can do any of that. And within that first 2 weeks, I was just thinking to myself, like, is this something that I really see myself doing? Because like, I come home every day, so sore and tired, and I wouldn't want to wake up the next day to continue going to training. And my mom was asking me, she'd be like, is this, are you sure you want to keep doing this? And I'm, sitting there thinking to myself, I don't know. And then my body, starts to adapt to it and get used to it, and you start seeing everything come together. And then from there, it just becomes, like the love of your life, So it's one of the biggest things I'd say that is toughest is that it's a lot harder than it looks. It's not as easy as people might see.
And what you said is the strangest thing. Yeah, I trained in the late 70s, early 80s before I started. And the strangest thing was to get out there and be killing yourself and so sore and tired.
Right.
And you realize that your body adapts. And after a while, it takes you a day and you're back out.
Right.
It's hard for people to understand that if you've never been through that.
Right, constant, consistent. We wrestle so much, so often, like this weekend we're doing 3 in a row, You go, you see guys train for one fight, nothing against MMA or anything, but you see guys train for one fight, or, one football game a week, we're night in, night out, no off season, we just go consistently, so it's one thing is you definitely keep those bodies in shape.
All right, you want to give some advice to the young wrestlers coming up? Anything that you think they should know getting in this business?
Definitely, I just say if it's something you really want to do, chase it, and be very respectful. Learn as much as you can. There's never a time when you can stop learning. That's my biggest thing is show respect to the guys who have paved the way for you to be where you are. If anything else, that's all I can say really.
Okay, the independent business has changed from the years when I was there until what it is today. What do you think the independent wrestling business will be in 5 years?
Oh man, I'm on top of the world. I hope some of the guys, I'd love to see them, get to that next level. But I think it's just growing, and it's come so far already. And there's nothing but more room for it to grow even more. So I think independent, is going to be something to watch. If it's not, it already is, but I think it's going to be even bigger and better than it is now.
But I think I don't even like to call Evolve independent. To me, they are up there with the talent they're using. There is no reason why people can't come out and see much better wrestling at Evolve than what they'll see anywhere else, in my opinion.
No, I understand that, and I agree. Yeah.
All right, one more question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I think on TV, that's the only place I want to see myself. The WWE, that's it.
WWE, big money.
Big, that's where I see myself. Yeah.
All right, listen, now thank you for sitting down with me.
No problem, I appreciate it.
This is Pro Wrestling CSI, Pro Wrestling Extra with Uhaa Nation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.